Pokemon Leaf Green. I like it, you like it, we all like it. The issue is that it's just a very easy game to beat, so I thought I'd beat it with the worst possible team. So I went online and looked at the base stats for all the Pokemon available in this game and found the worst 6. To make this a bit more fun, the Pokemon stats are based on their fully evolved forms, so no Rattatas or Pidgeys because Raticate and Pidgeot are actually pretty decent. So to start, we've got our first Pokemon. I've picked Bulbasaur. Don't worry, you won't be here long. We use him just to catch the first Pokemon. The first one is of course Caterpie. Butterfree has a base stat of 305, making it the joint third best in the team we're going to have. Now we have this Caterpie, we can put Bulbasaur away and get on with the journey. The next Pokemon we encounter is Weedle. We need to catch this, because Beedrill is in the team. Beedrill has a base stat of 305, making it the joint third best in the team, along with Butterfree coincidentally. While in Viridian Forest, both Caterpie and Weedle evolve into Metapod and Kakuna. Now we're out the forest and at the first gym. This only means one thing: fighting time. We attempt the gym with Kakuna and Metapod and it goes about as well as you would expect it to. Not to be put off, we run back in and surprisingly win this fight against the trainer in here. Kakuna has been evolved into Beedrill. Not wanting to face Brock yet, I thought I'd train up to get a Butterfree too. With nothing but Beedrill and Butterfree, we take on Brock. Butterfree's confused and makes short work of Geodude. However, one Rock Tomb takes out Butterfree and Beedrill doesn't fare much better. This isn't going to be easy. After trading a few levels, we'll come back in with a plan. Poison power the Geodude and then spam Harden to raise the defense. Butterfree's defense gets to its max and we finish Geodude off. Onyx comes out. I instant hit with a Poison Powder and spam Confusion, hoping the max defense can tank a Rock Tomb. But this didn't matter because Onyx just didn't use it anyway, and we beat it. 1 gym down, 7 to go. The next thing we do is capture Spearow just before Mount Moon. Now, we don't actually have Fearow in this side, but the Spearow we need for later on, so it's going into the box for now. After getting through Mount Moon surprisingly easy and harm-free, we are now in Cerulean City. The only thing to do is fight the gym. Butterfree makes light work of Misty's friends, and we face the woman herself. Staryu goes down easily, but Starmie is a different story and takes out both of our Pokemon. Looks like some more training is needed once again. We head north to Nugget Bridge to fight the rival. Butterfree takes out Pidgeotto but dies to Charmander. Beedrill does an absolute madness and then just proceeds to take out all the rivals' Pokemon. And we beat him. Easy as you like. After proceeding down Nugget Bridge and helping Bill, our Pokemon are now nicely levelled for the rematch with Misty. Butterfree once again takes out Staryu, and Beedrill's new Twin Needle move is the difference against Starmie. Now we get to Vermilion City, and this is why we needed Spearow. We go and get it back from the PC, and we take it to this house here, where this lovely little girl will trade it for a Farfetch'd. Now obviously Farfetch'd can't evolve, so technically that makes it fully evolved. Its base stat is 260, making it the second worst Pokemon we're going to have on this side. This Farfetch'd is only level 7, so we're quickly going to go and level it up. With Farfetch'd leveled up to a decent level, we go to the SS Ant and fight the rival. In another close battle, we'll come out on top, with Farfetch'd being the last Pokemon standing. The SS Ant has departed, and Cut has been taught to Beedrill. Time to face the third gym, a gym that should be very difficult, as it is super effective against all of our Pokemon. Unsurprisingly, Surge takes us out. Mainly due to the use of his potions, to be honest. We go straight in for a rematch, and this time with a different tactic. I start with Beedrill with the plan of Poison Powder and Raichu at the end with Butterfree. That didn't happen though. Beedrill instead just takes out every Pokemon with Twin Needle. Outstanding work, 3 badges done. Now on to my least favourite part of the game, Rock Tunnel. We take casualties going through here and actually end up blacking out. But we do get through in our second attempt due to most of the trainers already having been beaten, and we reach Lavender Town. We go to Celadon City, and the first thing we do is get the coin case. We buy some coins and get an Abra. Again, Abra isn't actually needed for this, but like with Spearow, we're going to use it for something later. Now on to the gym. This is a grass-type gym, and Farfetch'd does bits. So much bits, it went to level 31 and actually stopped listening to me because I only had 3 badges. So I actually had to rely on Butterfree and Beedrill for this gym. But it didn't matter, we managed to beat Erica and get the 4th badge, halfway done already. Now to take out the Team Rocket hideout. Giovanni is tough, and Kangaskhan almost beats us, but the Poison Powder from Butterfree is enough to see us through, and we get the Silph Scope. Now we are equipped with the Silph Scope, we enter the Pokemon Tower, where our rival is waiting for a battle. Beedrill takes out everyone apart from Gyarados, who takes out both Beedrill and Farfetch'd. But don't worry, Butterfree is there to save the day. We move swiftly on and save Mr. Fiji, who gives us the Poké. Using this Poké Flute, we go and take out Snorlax and head back down to Vermilion City. It's now time to make use of that Abra. We get out of the box and head straight through Diglett Cave. At the other side of the cave is a house with a kid inside it who will trade Abra for Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime's base stat is 340, making it actually the best Pokemon we'll have on this team. Like with Farfetch'd, the Mr. Mime is very low leveled, also at level 7, so we're going to take a quick break to level it up. While doing this, we go past a house just after where Snorlax was. The guy here gives us a Super Rod. Using this Super Rod, we once again head back into Vermilion City to get a Slowpoke, which by the way took absolutely ages because it's a 1% chance. Don't ever fucking do this. Slowpoke isn't needed, but Slowbro is, so again, we need to train it up. With Slowpoke grinded up to Slowbro, we deposit it back into the box and carry on with the adventure. We get to Route 15 and find our 5th Pokemon, Ditto. Ditto has a base stat of 240, making it the weakest Pokemon we will have on this team. From here we go to Fuchsia City where we can do a few things. First, we can get our final Pokemon. Taking Slowbro back out of the PC, we head left into the building and go upstairs where a kid will trade a Slowbro for a Lickitung. Lickitung has a base stat of 310 and is the 2nd best Pokemon in this team. Now the team is complete, let's go take out that gym. The 5th gym was actually no issues as both Butterfree and Mr. Mime are super effective against Koga. But it was actually Lickitung that ended up taking out Weezing to win us the badge. Next we go through to the Sapphire Zone to get Surf and the Warden's Teeth. When we return the Warden's Teeth we get Strength. I actually thought the run would have been over here because I didn't think any of these Pokemon could learn Surf or Strength, but turns out Lickitung can learn them both and saves the day. At this point I realised we never actually went to Saffron City, so I do a long walk back up to Celadon City, speak to the old lady, get a cup of tea, give it to the guard, and enter the city. Easy peasy. Team Rocket has taken over Silph Co, so we've got to go save them. In here we encounter the rival, who gives us a very tough fight. We almost lose, but Lickitung takes out Charizard to set up Beedrill to finish off the rest. After we go back to heal, we continue up the Silph Tower and find Giovanni once again. It's an easy win and Team Rocket are gone. We can now go and do the 6th gym. This gym is easily beaten as Beedrill 1-hit kills 3 out of 4 of Sabrina's Pokemon, while his old friend Butterfree takes out the 4th. With just 2 badges to go, I obtain Fly and give it to Farfetch'd. He takes us home to Pallet Town and we surf straight down to Cinnabar Island. The gym's doors are locked here, so we have to go through the Pokemon Mansion to find the key. Getting through this was easy but annoying because of all the wild Pokemon, but we did it and we get into the 7th gym, where the leader easily wipes us out. Turns out with 10 levels, under-leveled, so again, time to train. Now we're back with better levels, we take on Blaine again. It's still a tough fight, but we managed to do it with Mr. Mime coming in for the win. After this, Bill appears and takes us to the Sevii Islands. On here we managed to get Rock Smash and we can teach us to Beedrill. On the same island we climb to the top of the mountain and we find a Moltres. But we aren't here to capture the Moltres, we're going to kill it with Lickitung, just because we can. After this we go to Island 2 where the Game Corner owners told us he's lost his daughter and asked us to check Island 3. Obviously we do so, and when we get there we see some bikers causing trouble, but it's no issue as Butterfree is able to one-hit kill every single Pokemon they throw at us. We find his daughter in the woods after she was kidnapped by a Hypno. This is a kid's game, Game Freak, Jesus Christ. Beedrill teaches that Hypno a lesson and we return her to her dad. Back in Island 1, Bill is done with his work and he takes us back to Kanto to finish off the final gym. The leader here is Giovanni, but he doesn't put up much of a fight as he has done in the past, and we win the 8th badge with ease, and now all that stands between us and glory is the Elite Four and Champion. On the way to Victory Road, the rival bumps into us and wants one last fight. Once again, it's a very close fight, but with 1 Pokemon left, Mr. Mime manages to win it all for us. Into Victory Road we go, and after a long journey, we get to the other side to the Pokemon. Armed with potions and revives, we take on the first member and get absolutely destroyed. We're under level and got severely outclassed. Once again, it's time to go training. Once the training's done, we come back for attempt number 2. Lorelei is beaten this time, but it's a very tough fight. Afterwards, we revive up, heal up, and move on. Bruno is much easier as Mr. Mime beats him all by himself, and Agatha meets the same fate with Mr. Mime taking out everything. All that's left of these Elite Four is Lance, and he was very tough. His Dragonite almost took out everything, but Butterfree's Poison Powder managed to do the business, as Farfetch'd was able to withstand some hits while the poison did the damage to win us the fight. Just a champion left to beat, he's very tough, but we somehow managed to pull through, and with that, we are champions. The game is beaten with Butterfree, Beedrill, Farfetch'd, Mr. Mime, Ditto, and Lickitung. The worst possible fully evolved team, stats-wise. If you did like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It took a long time to make, and I hope I'll see you all